Big 12 Player of the Year, got a chance at the National Player of the Year as well as Council unable to hit. Here come the Jayhawks. This is where they thrive, Jimmy. In transition, credit the Razorbacks for getting back. Harris late. Try to exploit today if they're allowed.
Well, also an area that Arkansas wants to exploit is to try to dig into the slim bench. Not a lot of depth for Kansas. See if they can pick up some early fouls.
Harris, strong take to the rim, goes high, made himself a threat. You see the foul trouble. Uday and Adams with 4 apiece. Black has 3. Davis has 3 in the backcourt for Arkansas. Harris, nice finish. Harris inside.
That's why he's so valuable to this Jayhawks team.
Nick Smith now 0 for 5. Mired in a long slump. Dajuan Harris, tough shot, friendly roll.
More than 230.
That's 4 on Makai Mitchell.
KJ Adams is now back in the game.
8 minutes to play with those 4 fouls. Here's Harris for 3. Dajuan sticks to land. Roll. 5 to shoot now. Grady Dick takes a peek. He's got to fire a long one. No good. Offensive rebound. Harris with the left hand, able to score it off the window.
Offense by the Jayhawks.
Allie, I saw you camping by the Howard locker room. What'd you learn?
Their big point of emphasis is defending, and specifically the points in the paint. The 26 points in the paint were too high. A lot of those came from transition buckets and ball screens. So they said clean up the transition, be better on the board so they can reduce their paint points in the second half.
Very similar to what we heard from Caleb Blakely yesterday, and right out of the gates, Dajuan Harris. Jayhawks slowly, steadily trying to run away here. Just 2 points in the last 2.5 minutes for Howard. They've had a couple of big droughts. Great to see with the Kansas defense. Little runner, nice by Dajuan Harris.
Thank you for the game. So outstanding opening game for the young freshman.
Harris, free run to the rim as he lays it in with the left hand.
Making an impact in this one.
I'll tell you, the bench has made an impact. You got to give Coach Terry credit the way he's utilizing that bench because he's done a good job. Cunningham, Bishop's done a good job. Morris.
Harris at the basket, puts it in. His first 2 protects his car. The hesitation inside. A little bit strong. Adams kick up ahead. Harris at the basket. Spins it in. He wanted a foul.
No contest at all.
Yeah.
I mean, just completely goes right to the rack on an offensive rebound for a layup.
You mentioned it earlier. You said it at the outset that you had spoken with Joe Lunardi. I just texted him just to reconfirm. I said, Kansas loses for you. There comes Wilson looking to pass out of it. Finds Adams. Shot clock under 10. There's a block. And Dajuan Harris collects and puts.
That was a tough shot.
And Harris, 10. Holmes. Brady Dick the rebound. Harris was looking at Uday.
Probing, right? He was probing.
Harris inside, flips it up and in. Beautiful. And they turn it back over. It's been sloppy right now. Kick up ahead. Harris scoops it up and in. Mitchell, that's a 3. Good work. And now Harris. Scored the basket and
Great offensive rebounder.
oh yeah. McCullough sniffed that one out. Intercepted the pass. Harris puts it in. Scoring. Gives off Harris. And Harris, offensive rebound, and he puts it home off the glass. Childhood buddies, Matthews with 10. And they team up for the deuce. Harris into the paint, up and in.
Go for a shot blocker to diagnose.
Harris trying to turn the corner. Count the basket. O'Connor. Hunter a 3. And Harris puts it in. Wilson able to save it. He gets it to his buddy Kevin McCullough. They grew up playing AAU basketball together.
McCullough gives him a solid defensive player. He was terrific, played defense down there at Texas Tech, transfer.
Tyson spins, blocked by Grady Dick. Kansas with numbers. Harris taking it to the rim.
But he was big for them. West Virginia were very solid on the offensive end of the floor, and he can shoot it with deep range as well.
Yeah, Isaacs was concussed late in the first meeting with Kansas. Caused him to miss some time. 4 to shoot, 3 Harris.
Take it as a coach. Anytime you can get Harmon going downhill, especially in a scenario like that where there's space, it's a positive for Tech's offense.
Well, Tech took a 9-point halftime deficit. They've cut it quickly to 4. A minute and a half into the second half, but Dajuan Harris.
Not if you see him here next year.
Harmon, high rainbow. Deflected by Wilson, going back out to midcourt where it's corralled by Harris. He dribbles his way to the rim, and Dajuan Harris doing what he does so well in transition. Isaacs will shoot it from there and does so off the heel.
Reverting back to the first half.
Harris, Euro step. Harmon deflected by Grady Dick. Go on, Harris. Isaacs driving. Wilson a block. McCullough. Tech's going to have to foul. Grady Dick finds Harris. 2. Matthews. Tough shot with the kiss. McCullough. Kansas has some numbers here. 4 on 3. Harris slices and scores.
Especially when he's out on the perimeter.
He helps create another West Virginia turnover. What a start to this game. Harris tried to knock it out, eventually did. Stevenson couldn't get it, and there goes Harris for the transitions as well. 10 for West Virginia, 11 for Kansas, but of those 11 for Kansas, there were 6 offensive fouls committed by KU. The count is that.
Not every turnover is treated equally. Some of those runouts Kedrian Johnson gave up with his turnovers, much more costly. But clearly West Virginia game plan, you could take charges on these drives.
Harris scores.
And West Virginia has attacked early. They have tried early in these possessions in the initial thrust to put pressure on the rim.
Harris.
West Virginia. They were incredibly physical, not just on the ball, off the ball. They were always in denial.
Harris trying to get past Johnson. And I think they're going to get a control. That's the second time today.
Vincent didn't take that second 3 off the offensive rebound, but what a find and a very good fill to the corner by Trey Mitchell.
Calling that a 2, but we'll review it at the next dead ball. That is a 3.
The team that's at the bottom of the league. This year, all 4 of those teams can make a dent in the tournament. There's a good hustle play by.
Shot wouldn't go. Dick able to eventually get it and tip it. And now ball fake from Harris, and he puts it in. Wilson's jersey there.
I'll tell you, 35 minutes, Kansas has played with the kind of toughness that you would expect from a team that wins a lot.
Harris.
Yep.
Great.
To Bill Self's point, to Holly, Grady Dick, Jalen Wilson, they combined for 47 in the first game against Baylor. Although Kansas lost that game, they're just 5 for 18 between them through 20 minutes here today.
I thought a lot of their shots in the first half, Kansas was settled. And now they're trying to get the ball from multiple sides and then be aggressive getting to the rim. And
About the post.
I for sure taught him the up and under move. That was my signature move, and I controlled the post, and then his dad controlled the guard, position. So I think he's doing well at that today. We'll see how it ends.
Second made field goal of the second half for Baylor.
And Kansas doing a good job of moving the ball from side to side. And Jalen Wilson saying, hey, get out of here. I'm going one-on-one against Adam Flagler.
Harris for three. Yes! And Harris, who is second in the conference in assists per game, has 8 already in this game today.
A 1-3-1 right now. You can throw over the top.
You like the change, though, just to try to slow him down?
Ultimately, they'll go to man out of it. But right now, Baylor's not able to stop any the second half than they had in the entire first half.
And another turnover by the Bears. Harris spins it up and in. 2 years, didn't he? Ochai Agbaji. Don't know if that last shot is the one Scott Drew wanted. And Keontae George could have made that, but that was a very tough attempt. Harris. And that'll go in. And Dajuan Harris.
Cut from Harris. Completely faked out the defender. And how about Uday making the pass? And that's an inbounds play, under out of bounds. They scripted during shoot-around today.
For Oklahoma State.
It's been, honestly, it's been their defense. I mean, that's what they've hung their hat. They are a top 5 defense nationally, an elite defense, and Kansas has just executed so well.
There's a big reason why the ball is moving right now for the Jayhawks. Here's Wilson. Kicks it out. Open three, Harris. Cashes it.
And to your point, Chucky, they're running their stuff. The ball is seeing both sides of the floor. They're moving the defense. And that's how you're ending up with these open shooters.
Oh, wait, what a beautiful move. And then he thought that Groves was going to slide in there.
Watch the wings.
Harris heading to the basket, lays it in.
Nice game.
Charge every time.
I also think the fact that he's 3 inches shorter kind of helped Dick on that one, that he's 3 inches taller on that.
That's his shot right there.
And Harris able to get it off the front of the rim.
He's All-American, right?
Be careful coming down the stretch. If Edgefer gets healthy, then him.
Yep.
I mean, now they got a little more deeper rotation.
Harris off the glass. It's good. High off the glass. Grove.
Or get a stop.
Uzan has it blocked from behind. Ball teetering on the rim.
Unbelievable.
Look at that pass. Look at that pass.
What it did expose, Groves is wide open in a low box area, too. He didn't get on that play. They can take advantage of that.
They haven't been bad in the half-court defense. It's kind of the run-outs and the transition points for
It is amazing.
12, that's just kind of accepted. That's clean on the ball, little incidental contact.
You're much calmer than you would have been on the side.
Your assessment of that was very open-minded.
There's a
Bill wasn't as open-minded.
And go the other way here, Jay. Here's the third time.
And Wilson lost control, got it back. 8 on the shot clock. He could not dribble again. Harris open for 3. Yes.
That's it.
Wow. He's been more constructive with his golf game in his time off.
He sure has. Little pressure now from Oklahoma. 69-45. 3.5 to play here in the second half. Last game, Oklahoma had the lead and had a double-digit lead, and Kansas erased it.
Yeah, late. They shut him out late.
0 for 5 from the floor.
Nice.
Oklahoma was. Harris off the glass. He's had a big game.
Kansas in the white, Texas in the burnt orange. Jayhawks have the game's first possession. Crowding layup for Harris. It's a Cunningham 3.
I thought Hunter was going to take advantage of that switch when Uday switched off on him. He needed to attack that. What a pass. Finishing. Game. He had some good minutes against Kentucky and was solid against Kansas State.
Harris.
Hunter is a good free throw shooter. He shoots close to 80% from the line, but he doesn't line up straight toward the basket. A lot of guys that are right-handed will put their right foot on the nail in the center of the free throw line, and he is pretty far right of that. Interesting way to do it. Good pass. Texas has, but his offense has been struggling a little bit. Look, we got a wait on there.
He's the third in the double figures. Make that fourth in double figures for KU. And now he's there to pick up the loose ball. Harris a reverse.
Board from Rodney Terry. Walked him through things he was seeing. Terry told us, they can't guard us. We need 2 stops, and I promise you they will melt down.
Did you ever do that to Coach K? Jay, just rip the whiteboard out of his head? Looked like Wrights had a shoulder contact with the ball while he was out of bounds. Wilson gives it up to Harris.
You know, if you're not making shots, Bill Self's going to drive the ball to the basket.
Here's McCollum. Scoreless in the first half.
Good help.
Harris gets the first bucket in the second.
Same thing against Kansas State. They're likely to be switching a lot of the screens and exchanges. The interesting thing is, what do they do with Marquise Noel? Are they going to trap? Will they switch with him? And will Kansas State be able to take advantage of some of those switches?
Harris open for a 3.
Good pass.
Harris made his first 3 attempt of the night, has missed 3 since. They get it back. McCullough Harris reverses. This season meetings against KU. Jayhawks trying to avoid back-to-back home losses.
Is that going all the way back to the Rolando Blackman, Ed Neely teams?
The Jack Hartman coach.
K-State's had its share of some really great coaches in their history.
No question.
Clements.
Good cut.
Harris. Got it to go. As he seals it, comes all the way out to the other side. Tomlin gets it back. Missed the lay-in. Harris. Oh, what a move. What a fake.
Brought Dajuan Harmon to tears. Yeah, that was really affecting as to how seriously these players take winning and how hard they work for it.
It's a 23-point deficit they came back from. And well, it's down to 9 with under 2.5 minutes to go. 23 for Noel.
Kansas spreading the floor. That opens up cutting and driving lanes. Just trying to turn the corner, get a piece of the paint, draw help, and then play out of it.
Harris thought for a moment he was
blocked from behind the play. You know, the athleticism of KJ Adams taking away a basket. Now Kansas can run some clock. And I think Kansas State has to think about if they want to get back in it, are they going to foul?
He talked about it. He's been playing very well the last 3 games.
He's using his athleticism. He's such a magnificent athlete. Plays above the rim.
A 3 rattles home for Dajuan.
You can't just turn your head. When you turn your head and look and lose track of your assignment, Chris Livingston just made a strong cut to the basket, got the easy dunk.
How about the second 3 already for Dajuan? Reese Davis will be with the guys 3 minutes and 48 seconds from now. Kansas by 5 here at Rupp Arena late in the first half. Harris leans in off the glass and good.
And Famba kept it alive. And when you can't grab it on the offensive end, keep it alive and a teammate has a chance to get it.
Harris able to turn the corner and spins it off the glass. The way they defended that.
Yeah, similar vision right there. We told you those 2 point guards are true point guards. Here's that switch again.
And that one will go as Harris knocks it. The freshman using it off the mark. Harris space, little floater, and that'll go. Harris flips it up and in. Dajuan Harris.
And to Chris Button's point, this building is like church right now.
Yeah. Harris the other way. Kansas. Sherfield with Harris on it. Sherfield. Shot wouldn't go. Adams rebounds. Here's Wilson. Backs it out. The lead is 5 as we close in on 3.5 to go. Sooners haven't won here since 1993. Harris gets it to go.
Situation here in Morgantown.
Leads the Big 12 with 20.6 points per game. As off is Stevenson. Into the hands of Wilson. Harris Jr., point guard, coming off a perfect shooting effort against Texas Tech. West Virginia trying to work the ball inside. Tick comes up with the rebound.
Good no call. It's a good no call.
Harris Jr. good from deep.
On the big screen here at the Coliseum, and you can tell by the reaction, not many people agreeing with the call.
Harris Jr. scoops up and finishes. At Kansas, the all-time winningest program in Division I. Under a minute, Kansas puts a bow on this one. Up by 13, will move to 14-1 on the year. Perfect 3-0 in Big 12 play. Up to another great start under Coach Self. They will head home to play Oklahoma, Iowa State as Harris.
Just kind of the fulcrum of their offense is Dajuan Harris. Outstanding point guard. Adams kick out to the corner. And that 3 will go for.
They love this UCLA team. And how about this? Jaime Jaquez having the time of his life as a senior. He is one of my National Player of the Year candidates. Nothing wrong with sticking around for a while.
Harris will try and hit. He's played 6 career NCAA tournament games. You were telling me this. He's got a double-double in every one of them.
That's amazing. Yep. 18 and 11. Nice pass.
Nice find. And Harris.
21 minutes of this game, and he's got to do more for his team. This Kansas team does a great job of using all 50 feet. They'll spread you side to side.
Wilson pull up, kick out, Harris. Going to work on Adams. And now a turnover. Grady Dick waiting for numbers. Harris will try.
That's crazy.
42% from 3. Kind of fell out of the rotation and is still finding his way as a Red Raider. To the corner, Harris gets another.
That is
ignited right here, right now.
Don't have to look far for a big Kansas comeback. National championship against North Carolina. They were down by 16 at one point and came back to win it. Harris hits a 3. That's Wilson. Grady Dick again.
Play 4 around 1.
Ledlam trying to split Wilson and Adams and turns it over. Harris in transition scores.
This is a heck of a lot different than the game we saw Kansas play Indiana.
8-0 run here for Harvard after turning it over a couple of times early in the half. Started to get things to click more offensively here. Harris sees an open lane.
Yep. Pretty.
He's got size, got the advantage.
Trifino way downtown, and McCullough with the rebound.
It's going to frustrate you a little bit as a big guy. When you get the guy on your backside, you want the ball in the post.
Yeah, especially when you're working so hard for it. Reward that guy. Harris, nice drive. Because of back problems, but looked really good in practice yesterday. It was going to be a game-time decision today, and he took care of business in practice. He looked great.
I got a feeling he knew he was going to play.
I think so.
I really did. A couple of things. When you hear those game-time decisions.
Harris trying to penetrate. Up and in for 2 points.
Great defensive player.
Jackson Davis. Not that time.
Look at Wilson. Look at that speed.
He wants to get it and go. Harris directing traffic. Back up to a 16-point lead here for Kansas. Indiana had it down to 10. Another one. That'll go down.
are from the Mountain West Conference.
How about that?
They better get some love, man. Tomorrow you got Patino versus Patino. You got New Mexico undefeated playing against Mr. Patino and his Iona Gales, who are very good.
Galloway with a bucket on the other end. Had been a 10-2 Kansas run since Indiana cut it to 10. Got it off to Harris. Harris, he's gotten hot. He's been making those legs all the time. Talk. Dick ahead of the crowd. Left it off the window. McCullough could not finish. But Harris will.
Kansas going to have to lock in and guard that ball all afternoon long.
Tigers have only made 5 buckets. You haven't had a chance to pick up full court. Bobby Pettiford had missed time with a hamstring injury. He's back on the floor. Bill Self telling us he's good to go. Same with Cam Martin, who hasn't played in a game yet this season due to a shoulder issue. Near walk by Pettiford. Back cut Harris.
Wow. Just a break.
They got roasted by Penn State 74-59 this afternoon. Taken away by Dick. He feeds it ahead. And the Columbia native, Dajuan Harris.
But that's not what we're talking about here. But he's got to be one step further in there off his man. And that curl, then, he's there to make the play with his body and his hands. He's not reaching. He was one step late.
There's the freshman Rice now for Adams. Harris with 5 to shoot.
Got it. There you go.
Long 2.
Duke or played at Carolina. You got guys from all over the country that played in difficult environments, whether that be the Big East, the SEC, the ACC. So they weren't shook, but they have handled it well by and large.
Harris scores for Kansas.
Good job by Dick to get over there.
Karam right to Indefo, and now a steal by Harris. Got about an 11-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Harris keeps his perfect half goal.
Dawes misses that shot. One story that Bill Self shared with us that I thought was interesting. Said Mr. Hadel was a running back his first 3 years, and then just became quarterback, and then he went on to throw for 41,000 yards.
The biggest lead of the game for KU. Quick spin in the lane, no good. Ball's up for grabs, and Jalen Wilson will have it. Numbers. Dajuan Harris, he can shoot the 3, folks.
Basketball court tonight. And can Tennessee pound away on that offensive glass against a smaller Jayhawk club?
Running to the goal is Harris, and he puts it in. Jumpy and Jimmy Dykes. And our super stat man, Mike Swanson, courtside. Color. Kick out, Harris. Got it.
You know, Bill Self told me the lock continues to struggle, man, to find any of his offense in that mid-range game and around the rim.
Jalen Wilson, a game-high 27. Harris put it up and in. Patience. Clark. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. McCullough rebound. McCullough a guard, but a brilliant rebounder. Harris. Got it. That is not what he... All scorers, Smith and Morcell each with 18 for the Wolfpack. Kansas leading by 2 at the basketball.
Smith on the bench with 4, and Kevin trying to go a little bit of a defensive, offensive substitution here, most likely. Comes out that timeout.
Ball ends up with Harris, and that rolls home as he pumps it. And Joyner able to knock that one down. It's a 2-point game. Jarkel Joyner with a dozen. Harris flips and line 18 of 21 as a team.
short that time. They can't make the second one to get their press set up. It's hurt them bad in the last 2.5 minutes.
Good look right there. A little defend the arc.
Long rebound comes to Grady Dick.
So no Jalen Wilson on the floor. It's where Harris probably got to get busy. Okay, there you go. Air ball. What a save.
Harris so far doesn't have an assist in this game. He does have one turnover. Harris turning the corner. And they come.
Just not a lot of rim protection. The 13 blocks against Duke. And the block shots kind of been non-existent tonight for the Jayhawks. His favorite move. Everybody trying to, they're moving the ball, but it's a lot of it's resulted in one-on-one.
Ball up. Great rebound by Harris. And a drive.
Because really in their starting lineup, KJ Adams, who's 6'7", and plays bigger than that, but he's really their 5-man in the starting lineup. Harris, nicely done. Would you have him on your, and he's a very good player, not like he's coming out of nowhere here, is now a nice look ahead, and Harris will lay it into room to cut off the basket, and Mitchell just took it all the way. Mitchell's got 7, all of them here in the second half. Harris with the soft touch off the
Game rebounding by the Jayhawks. 5 white shirts in the paint there. 32-13. Kansas 13 of 27. They've turned it over just once. Harris going to work. Rare one-on-one take for Dajuan Harris.
Day and age with the high volume three-point shooting that we see guys like Trae Young and Steph Curry.
4 perimeter players, pretty much everybody in college basketball, sometimes 5.
But turned out to be a great coach. He will be a head coach one day.
Look at Grady Dick poking around. Let's see if he rewards himself. He does to Harris.
He has that capability to go off for big games, and we're going to need that. But I would say night in and night out. Joe's going to be more disruptive for us on the defensive end. Not specific action to get him the basketball, but if they find him in transition and he can catch and shoot, he'll be a menace.
KJ Adams stood his ground. Harris!
By Dajuan Harris's, Jaden Marshall was trying to work himself into a dribble rhythm to score that.
Fiddler put that up on the roof.
Great dribble penetration by J.J. White. Found Fiddler. That's the shots that the Mavericks want to get. Fiddler unable to convert on that possession.